February 9th, 3:43 a.m. Wow. Late or early, depending on how you look at it. I'm still up at this hour, reading through the trial record of a certain case. It's the first case my mentor, Mia, ever handled in a court of law. The horrifying truth that I refuse to accept is holding me hostage here within its pages. Dahlia Hawthorne. What I have read, I don't want to believe. What is written here, this wasn't the Dahlia I knew. After falling into the Eagle River, I was somehow miraculously saved, but I ended up catching a cold that seemed to knock me around to the world and back. I feel dizzy, my ears are ringing, and my throat burns. Not to mention my head is on fire. But I will recover. I have to recover by this afternoon. I have to meet with the most ill-tempered witness imaginable, but I know that he will be able to help me. Somehow. February 9th, 2:43 p.m. Dusky Bridge. Right. Are you sure you're well enough to be doing this? You still look a little green in the face. Or maybe Viridian in artist speak. Actually, my fever's gone down quite a bit. How's your temperature now? Only 102.2 degrees, nothing to worry about. Anyway, I read today's trial record. You weren't bad, Edgeworth. Pretty impressive despite the circumstances. We're not in the clear yet. The main point of contention tomorrow is going to be the murder weapon. Yeah. In the end, the Shichishito did not deliver the deadly blow, which means there must be another sword hiding out there that we don't know about. Another sword, huh? Don't you worry about anything, pal. I'll dig up the murder weapon myself, or I'll eat my coat. Thanks again, Edgeworth. I'll handle things from here. That is probably for the best. Actually, I was thinking about paying the old precinct a little visit. There's something that I want to look into. And that is our client's background, naturally. You mean Iris, sir? I have the feeling that we've met before. All I want is confirmation, one way or the other. And since I probably won't be getting that from you, I'm sorry, Edgeworth. I bid you adieu, Wright. Take care. Guess I should get moving too. Why? Do you need me to be somewhere? Yeah, I gotta get to work on this bridge, pal. I'm rigging something up so we can get across to the other side. Oh, that's right. Maya is still stuck over there in the inner temple. But don't you worry, pal. As soon as it's all set, you'll be the first to know. Thank you, Gumshoe. No problem, pal. Just try not to give me that cough of yours, okay? Alright, I'm off. Hang in there, Maya. We'll get you out, I promise. But in the meantime, I've got to continue collecting evidence. Damn. There's a narrow path going off a different direction other than the main hall. Looks like someone's taken effort to write to Heavenly Hall on the signpost. Alright, I think we probably want to go to the main gate for now. Hazakura Temple, main gate. Come on, please! It's for art's sake, I swear! Nah, there's only one guy I know who could be this persistent and high-strung. I'm talking about the heroine here. The heroine in my book. It'll make you famous. Ugh! Enough! If fools who foolishly accepts the foolishness of a fool's fool. Wouldn't you agree, Phoenix Wright? Huh? Wait a second. I know you. You're, ow! Your reflexes and mine need shape up. My brain's frying like a sunny side up, and you want to grill me over a name? Franzi, you can't do that. Even as we speak, Nick's on the brink of death. Or so I'm told. Whip a dead horse. Is that not one of your American sayings? No, it's not, and I'm not on the brink of anything. Come on, Nick, tell her, would ya? She must model for my picture book. Franzi's Whiplash Splash, simple and magnificent. Ugh! Before you ask me to model,
learn to give at least semi-coherent testimony.
And before that, you'll have to learn how to live a semi-coherent life, Larry. I don't care what anyone else says. I'm telling the truth. I saw what I saw. She flew. I'm telling ya. Whoosh! Just like that, dude, with the red underwear. Don't think I was gonna forgive you guys when you come crawling back to apologize. Off he goes. The red underwear. I feel like that for some reason is gonna be a somewhat relevant detail in this case.
Phoenix Wright, it's been a year since we last met. A pleasure to see you again.
Have you been in Germany all this time?
That is right. Extending my perfect win record, naturally.
Oh joy, sounds like she hasn't changed a bit. Has it really been a year since we first met?
I am Franziska von Karma, the prodigy.
I see.
I gave up a promising career in Germany and came to this country for one sole reason: revenge.
Franziska was born and raised in Germany and became a prosecutor at the age of 13. Her father was the legendary prosecutor Manfred von Karma. He had a perfect win record for 40 long years, but now he's gone from this world. Don't tell me you still hold a grudge against me because of what happened to your father?
Phoenix Wright, you will fall before me. This I promise, but it will be for my sake, not my father's. Are we clear?
Yes, crystal.
In truth, I was shocked. I came back to America with the intention of defeating you. Instead, it was my little brother who was leading the defense.
Edgeworth. Come to think of it, Edgeworth was pulled into being a prosecutor by Manfred von Karma as well.
Miles Edgeworth told me something very interesting, you know. He said this case had special significance to you.
Because it does.
And that is precisely why I am here. Your personal involvement will make crushing you into teensy-weensy pieces all the better.
Probably the fever, but she's so openly hostile that it's almost kind of cute.
Ah, no smirky!
No whipping the sick!
That foolish fool! Doing such a foolish favor for such a foolishly foolish fool!
Edgeworth.
Make no mistake, Phoenix Wright. I come here for one thing and one thing only. To pulverize you.
It's not like I thought you were here to bring me some Cold Killer X, you know? Haha, Cold Killer X, the same medicine he used in the first case.
I went over whole case file on flight over.
You read the whole thing?
Yes. Every last word of every last sentence of every last paragraph. All the ridiculous things you did made it a very interesting read, you know. Attempting to cross burning bridge? Did you even consider dangers?
No. The only thought in my mind was I have to get across.
A fool who doesn't think more is more foolish than a fool who foolishly thinks.
Gumshoe said he'd let me know once the bridge was repaired. Maya, she's got to be okay. I just know it. Plus, I need to ask her about what really happened at the Inner Temple that night. Do I have anything I want to present to Von Karma? Nothing comes to mind right now. I think I'll just keep moving. Let's check out, like, the courtyard or whatever, or the main hall. February 9th, Hazakura Temple, main hall. That was one long sigh. Sister Bikini? My, I didn't know you were here. How are you doing? Oh, ha, 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 ha. You don't have to pretend to be in a good mood for my sake. I suppose I've made a terrible mess up of things, haven't I? I let Mystic Elise die, and then there's Iris as well. Mystic Elise? Now that I think about it, there's an acolyte stuck in the Inner Temple, and that poor little girl has gone missing too. That little girl? You don't mean Pearls, do you? Yes, I'm afraid I do. She hasn't been seen since the morning after the incident. Pearls? She's missing? Why didn't someone tell me about this earlier? I like how none of the questions are about Pearl.
Oh, I must be getting old. I think I've seriously lost faith in myself.
Are you talking about your performance in the trial today?
You believe me, don't you? I'm not a liar. I would never lie. I know what I saw. I saw Iris pull that sword from Mystic Elise's body that night. I'm certain of it. Well, at least I was until this morning.
I don't see any psych locks, so she must be telling the truth. So why are you so unsure of yourself all of a sudden?
You know that artist who testified after me?
I saw Iris flying, her white hood fluttering. I felt like I might start flying myself.
When I saw that man testify so fervently about something so impossible, I started to wonder if I had acted just like him when I was on the witness stand.
I wouldn't take that guy too seriously. He's an artist, but all he draws is trouble and nothing else. If both Bikini and Larry are telling the truth, that can only mean one thing. They both didn't see what they think they saw. On the night of the incident, you met Iris at the Inner Temple. Is that correct?
That's right, I'm sure it was Iris.
But Iris claims she was in her room in Hazakura Temple.
I knew I shouldn't have come back here that night, but...
Because you did, Maya is stuck at the Inner Temple.
I'm so sorry. The drafts in that place are nothing to shake a stick at. And winter is especially bad.
I'll bet. The training hall looks like it's about to fall down any second.
Eagle Mountain has always been prone to earthquakes, just so you know.
Earthquakes?
Yes. I wouldn't be surprised if the next big one levels the training hall.
We have got to get Maya out of there, fast!
But still, there's really no need to worry. An area on the other side of Dusky Bridge is isolated off like an island.
It's like an island? How so?
Well, the only thing on that side of the bridge is the Inner Temple. No one lives out there, and it's surrounded on all sides by the river or forest.
I see.
So a criminal would be trapped should they choose to flee in that direction. And as long as the bridge is out of commission, he or she will have to stay there.
That means Maya could be stuck out there with a murderer and have no way to escape either.
Oh dear, yes, I suppose it does.
Please, Gumshoe, get that bridge up faster. I'm curious about a few things if you don't mind answering some questions.
Oh, do you need to know my measurements for your investigation or something?
No, I want to know a little bit more about the victim, Miss Elise Dunim.
I'm afraid I don't know her waist size or her bust size for that matter.
No, I'm wondering why she came to stay in a place like this to begin with. I mean, she told us herself that she wasn't here for spiritual training.
My, you make it sound like this place is some kind of dump, Mr. Wright. Mystic Elise was here to soak up the natural beauty of Eagle Mountain, if you must know.
There, you did it again. Sister Bikini, I noticed you always referred to Miss Dunim as Mystic Elise.
Oh!
Yes, now why is that? After all, she's not here as an acolyte.
We address all our visitors as Mystic. It makes their experience feel authentic. And anyway, she's older than me. You must respect your elders, you know.
How do you know that? How can you say for sure that she's older than you? I think Mystic Elise is Mia and Maya's mom. Seems like she was no ordinary visitor after all. And there's Pearls. She was with Miss Dunim on the evening of the murder, and now she's vanquished. It's all got to be connected somehow. Why did Pearls have to get mixed up in this mess?
Please, Mr. Wright, I know you're worried, but try to keep it together.
Oh man, my head's throbbing so bad it's killing me. Pearls, she was with Miss Dunim on the night of the murder, remember?
Yes, but I have a temple to run, you know. I was busy preparing for the training. I didn't see the little darling even once after we'd finished eating dinner.
The murder, it didn't take place right in front of her innocent eyes, did it?
According to the detective, she hasn't turned up at her home either.
Come on, keep calm. There's only one place left where Pearls could be. She just has to be there. Gumshoe. I'm counting on you to check it out for me, so please hurry up the repairs. I want to present the wall scroll. Huh? Oh! Well, look what you found! That's the master of the Korean channeling technique, Mystic Misty Fae. So this woman is Maya's mother, huh? It's been nearly 20 years since Mystic Misty disappeared. Apparently, she intended to pass the torch on to her daughter. Her daughter? You don't know who her daughter is? Well, I myself am part of a branch family of the Fae clan. But even I am not privy to that kind of information when it concerns the main family. Bikini doesn't seem to know Maya's standing within the Fae family. I was wondering about this. Let me see. She's got nothing. This crystal sphere, it's not from a demon warding hood, but I guess it serves a similar purpose. It's not from a hood, then I guess it really is for Miss Dunham's staff. Look at the blood on it! Oh, poor Mystic Elise. Honestly, it's like the end of the world. It's not a good thing, that's for sure. To think people have the gall to call this kind of scribbling by the name of art. Huh? If that's the sort of standard you need for the arts these days, then I could be a pop diva. Sure. But what about the contents of the picture? What do you make of that? It's definitely the end of the world. See, the only thing I want to bring up about that art is the fact that it might be upside down. Like, look at this sketch. Who's to say that it's not upside down, right? Are the strings of the bridge attached to the top or the bottom? We're gonna have to go check the bridge in a moment to make sure. Do I have a picture of the bridge? Crime photo is not a picture of the bridge. Trax photo does not have a picture of the bridge. The temple map and the photo of Elise do not have pictures of the bridge. Okay, let's try our Magatama, see how far we can get with this. Ding, 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 ding. Elise Dunham. Sister Bikini, the truth is becoming increasingly clear to me. I'm convinced that Miss Elise Dunham had a special significance to this temple. As to why she had a special significance, I believe it has to do with her true identity. What on earth are you talking about? She was an author. Just an author of picture books. To be honest, I had my suspicions almost immediately after I met her. Suspicions? Yes, but I didn't have any evidence to support my theory, though. But now I do. This piece of evidence proves Miss Dunham's true identity. Okay, I got nothing. Let's pop over to the courtyard. Investigate here real quick. This is where Sister Bikini witnessed the incident. It's hard to imagine she was lying on the stand, so maybe there are some clues that have yet to be found. There are a few of these stone lanterns scattered across in the courtyard. Without the city glare to compete with, I imagine they would seem a lot brighter. I guess Sister Bikini must light them now since Iris can't be here. The main gate's on the other side of that stone wall. The difference in elevation is almost 10 feet. That's how steep this hillside is. And that's also the height the body fell from according to the autopsy. Is it possible that Miss Dunham was pushed from the top of the wall? Maybe. Let's check the staff again. Mr. Nim's staff. I definitely remember there being a crystal sphere attached to it. I guess Larry eventually found the sphere near the foot of Dusky Bridge, but what was it doing all the way out there? The Shichishito. It's there in Mystic Amy's right hand, but it was proven in court today that it wasn't the murder weapon. Given the design, it must have been used for some pretty gruesome things in the past. They get quite a bit of snow here on Eagle Mountain. Around here, skis aren't just for fun, or skis aren't just for fun. They're tools for getting around. But the sled, now that's gotta be for Bikini's own personal entertainment. There's one little rock in the middle of the ground there that I want to check. Right there. Nope, nothing. Okay, I guess there is nothing in the courtyard. Hey! What was that jarring, inconsiderately loud yell? So this is where you've been. Keep it nice and warm, I see. Detective, have you finished the bridge? Yeah, I did. I told you I'd let you know. Well, then I'll come along with you and... Sorry, ma'am. No unauthorized entry. Access is restricted to people involved in the case. What was that? I'm involved, aren't I? You couldn't get much more involved than me. Well, yeah, but that's not what I mean. Ah!
It's been a while, Scruffy.
You're... Miss Von Karma?
Sister, please leave investigation to me.
My. Well, you certainly seem to have everything under control.
I am on your side. I won't do anything you don't want me to do.
As you work to pin the guilt on Iris.
What are you daydreaming about, Phoenix Wright?
Ow, that hurts, you know.
Silence! I, Franziska von Karma, will personally guide you through your investigation. So you will follow me.
She's not seriously going to follow me around, is she? So she's my current sidekick? That's ridiculous. Wow, look at that repair job. Way to go, Gumshoe. I can't tell where those strings are connected to this bridge. Things have certainly become a lot livelier than before.
They must have commenced with investigation.
Oh, it's Mr. Nick. That voice? Pearls! Mr. Nick! Nick! So you were here ever since that night? I was so lonely. I thought I was gonna die. When I woke up in the morning, I saw the Dusky Bridge was gone. I realized I was all alone. She was all alone? It must have been very
tiring for you, little girl.
Oh, you're...
I am Franziska von Karma, the prodigy. There is no need to worry now that I am here.
You're the prosecutor who was mean to Mystic Maya last year.
Well,
I don't like you. You're nothing but a little girl without your whip. Mystic Maya didn't do anything wrong, but you were so mean. I'll never forgive you. Looks like Pearl's words are getting under her skin. Why are you whipping me? I didn't even say anything.
You didn't have to. Smile your lips gave you away.
Anyway, Pearls, weren't you with Maya? I'm sorry. It's all my fault. What are you talking about, Pearls? Mystic Maya! Wait, Pearls! She just ran off.
That was cruel, Phoenix Wright. To make a little girl cry like that is inexcusable.
What was that all about? Pearls acting like that. It's giving me the creeps. I guess I'd better take another look around since I finally got a chance. Especially since something about this place seems different than 2 days ago. Yeah, one of those things is the fact that there is no longer a big string attached from here.
Phoenix Wright!
What? And would you stop calling me by my full name like that?
Was this once a prosperous port?
A port?
Yes. The metal hook is a mooring post for boats, you know.
Oh, that's an anchor for one of the wires that used to hold up the bridge. I think the wire that was tied to this one probably snapped when the bridge burned down. I mean, there's no way there was ever a port all the way up here.
Do not get smart with me, Phoenix Wright.
But I didn't say anything! Look at the Buddha statues lined up along the path.
Phoenix Wright, do you think this how many siblings the head nun has?
Why don't you ask her the next time you see her?
You know what? I think I will.
And she'll probably slap you for prying into her private affairs. There's a weird smell coming from that incinerator. The door is also open, almost like it's begging me to look inside. Well, let's see what stunning clue is concealed in here, shall we? Huh? It's empty?
How naive of you, Phoenix Wright.
But it's a bit strange, don't you think? Franziska? I seem to remember... There was snow on this incinerator the first time I saw it. It looks like the bridge anchor points were initially connected to the bottom of the bridge too, so my theory of this sketch being upside down is correct! I'm a genius! There was snow on this incinerator the first time I saw it. In other words, someone's using it to burn something recently.
Listen, Phoenix Wright. It's impertinent to call people by their full name. I was only copying you.
There's a little gate that leads into the garden. It says no entry on the sign, though.
Come now, Phoenix Wright. What are you doing? Let us go in. It's half open anyway. What harm could come of it?
But it says no entry.
Don't you Americans enjoy doing whatever you like and then simply say, whatever?
That's got nothing to do with anything. And who told you that? Okay, I think I'm going to try and go in the sanctuary. Wow, that looks suspiciously like a psych lock.
What's wrong? Why are you so quiet?
Maya, she was supposed to be training in here.
Yet it appears she is nowhere to be seen.
What's that? That strange lock? Wasn't there 2 days ago. This whole room is really giving off some strange vibes. Yeah, the wall poster looks different too.
What do you think that this yellowish poster is, Phoenix?
It's a scroll, not a poster. It's a picture of a woman who's actually...
A woman? I do not see woman here.
There's a different atmosphere in this room since the last time I was here. No, it's not a different atmosphere. It's a different smell. It's gravy.
What's the matter?
This scroll, it's been completely covered in gravy.
Ah, yes. Very appetizing smell in the air. But gravy is a type of sauce. So when you run out of paint, you Americans use gravy as a substitute, I see?
No, no one does that. For starters, it stinks. This must be the gravy that they had with the roast on the night of the incident. But why would anyone do this? Why this scroll? This door. When I was here 2 days ago, this weird lock wasn't on it.
Those chains. It's almost as if they are guarding something inside that cavern. I never seen lock quite like this before.
I have. I've seen locks and chains just like it before. They look just like the ones that guard a person's secrets during a psych lock. I wonder if this lock is guarding something too. Dark secrets in a dark cavern. What took you so long? I thought even you'd manage to get here faster than this. Oh,
Mr. Trite.
Prosecutor Godot? I didn't know you were here.
Prosecutor?
How come you didn't show up at the trial today?
I could ask you the exact same question.
Huh? But I had a cold, so...
And I had something slightly more important than a common cold to deal with. The importance of which is something you have no hope of ever understanding.
Enough. I believe I have the measure of you. You are the very worst kind of prosecutor. What could be more important than trial?
Who's the wild mare, Trite?
This is Miss Von Karma. She was the acting prosecutor in your absence today.
Well, I guess I owe you one then. But you can go now, princess. It's time for the big boys to take the reins.
Just who do you think you are? This case is my...
Hey, Philly, know your role and shut your mouth. I can't stand women like you. I'm only going to say this once, Lady Von Wippenberg. Go home.
Phoenix Wright!
What are you hitting me for?
You deserve more cracks of the whip than that, Trite.
What?
You still don't get it, do you? You don't realize that you've set something into motion you'll never be able to undo.
There's something different about Godot today. I'm getting such a strong sense of something from behind that mask of his. Is it anger? Or is it sorrow? I want to investigate this real quick. An antique dresser.
Don't you dare open it, Phoenix Wright.
Now I know how Maya feels when I tell her not to touch things.
What a pity. It's full of nothing but old clothes for the acolytes.
I thought we weren't opening it.
I'm from the prosecutor's office. I can do anything.
Yeah, you can do anything except stand up to a 9-year-old girl. You had some important business, and that's why you weren't in court, huh? So what was it?
I told you once before, but perhaps you don't remember. I've returned from the depths of hell to do battle with you. You see, Trite, I've experienced something most have not. Death.
You died?
Of course, being extradited from hell is a tedious affair. The meticulous regeneration and adjustment of all your internal organs is, well, let's just say modern medicine allows us to live to a ripe old age. Even someone like me.
So you mean that mask you wear is...
This ugly device? I promise it's not a fashion statement, my unenlightened friend. Without this, I can't see your frequently dumbfounded face.
I didn't know.
My eyesight is pretty messed up. Even with these huge goggles on my head, I still can't see everything. Still, I keep this worn-out piece of junk body going with regular servancy.
I am sorry, but you say you experienced death? How is that possible? What happened?
Why don't you ask him?
Huh? Me?
Yeah, Trite, you. You should know all about it. You know when my life ended, and who ended it for me.
Well, Phoenix Wright, do you?
I don't know what he's talking about. Although, to be honest, I do feel a little tug at the corner of my memory. I think I do know about how Godot was killed.
It'll all become clear in due time. Isn't that right, Trite?
Earlier, you said I've done something I can never undo. What do you mean by that exactly?
The inner temple here on this side of Dusky Bridge is an isolated island.
That's what Sister Bikini said, too.
And I wonder, Trite, do you know what the police are doing here today?
What do you mean?
They're searching for any trace of an acolyte who went missing.
Missing?
As leader of the search party, I can tell you this with absolute certainty. Maya Fey is not on this side of Dusky Bridge.
Huh? But that's impossible. She came here that night and...
I won't say it again. The chances of her being here are nil. Excluding, of course, one very unique place.
One? Where is that?
The Sacred Cavern, the entrance of which we are standing at right now. This is the only place that search party is yet to explore.
So they haven't searched the cavern yet, huh?
Be aware, though, that the temperature inside frequently falls below freezing. Even if she were in there, the chances of her being found alive are slim at best.
No!
Which means, Trite, you sent Maya Fey to her death.
You fool! If that's the situation, why aren't you in there with search party right now?
You must have blinders on, my equestrian angel. Don't you see that big lock and chains? It's a trick lock. I'm making preparations to open it as we speak. Well, Trite, once again, a woman dies because of you.
Once again? What are you talking about?
Don't tell me you've forgotten. It was only 2 years ago, after all, when the last unfortunate woman died because of you.
Because of me?
And do you know who that was? It was Maya Fey's sister. That's right, Mia Fey.
Mia?
You killed her.
No, that's not how it was.
It was 2 years ago. Mia Fey was pursuing someone, a man, but she bit off more than she could chew. She made a very dangerous enemy.
Yeah, that's the one case I'll never forget. But I got that guy, personally!
Sure, Miss Fey's murder was caught, but that won't bring her back.
Well, no, but...
You were with her at the time. You and no one else. It was your responsibility. You should have protected her! You say Mia Fey was your teacher? Well then, I'd say you've learned nothing, Trite. You robbed her of her life, and now you let her sister suffer the same fate.
I haven't sentenced Maya to death, no!
What is this peculiar-looking lock? Why don't we just break it open? It would be a simple matter of...
I'm afraid we can't do that. This area has always been prone to earthquakes. The repeated tremors have weakened the foundations of the training hall. Any excessive force used to break that lock open would, well, let's just say the inner temple in the sacred cavern would be a thing of the past.
Well then, dare I suggest the obvious solution of opening it with key?
Sure. Just show me where the keyhole is on this trick lock.
There's no keyhole?
That's right. An interesting puzzle, huh? The person who set this lock is the only one who can open it.
Then who was it?
Simple. The accused.
What, Iris?
When an acolyte undergoes training inside the sacred cavern, the attending sister is responsible for locking the entrance. Obviously, the night of the murder was no exception. Maya Fey was to train in there.
Sister Bikini did mention a number of times now that I think about it. She said that Iris was left in charge of supervising the early stages of the training.
So, Iris, the accused, is the only one who can open this lock, and I've arranged for her to be brought here now.
Iris is the only person who can open this lock? I hope she gets here soon. Hang in there, Maya. We'll get you out.
So, I should be getting back to work.
Wait, Godot! How sure about Maya are you?
There's no doubt in my mind. She's in the sacred cavern somewhere. It's the only place she could be. You'd better start praying, right? You better pray that friend of yours brings the accused back here soon.
Edgeworth?
Listen up, Trite. There's only one thing I want to say to you before I go. I'll never accept you. Never.
You should choose your friends more carefully, Phoenix Wright.
That's what everyone says. Looks like I don't have much of a choice left. I guess I'll just have to do what I can for now. Let me examine the lock and try and open it myself. This door. When I was here 2 days ago... No, I already examined it, that's right. I guess I gotta go look outside again. I don't know. Should I or shouldn't I? Sounds like someone's talking to himself, but where's that coming from? Yeah, I guess. I better wash Dad off. I'll see what I could do. No, but I can't do that. I'm a detective. Ugh, my brain. This is driving me nuts. Ugh!
Is something troubling you, Scruffy?
Please don't whip me like that all of a sudden, sir.
It was merely a simple greeting. Friendly tap on shoulder with my whip.
So, what's up, Gumshoe? Is something on your mind? How did you know, pal?
Perhaps you were trying to decide if you wanted to wash that off or not.
How did you know, sir? Oh, yeah, I nearly forgot. You can't go through that little gate there, okay? You mean the one that says no entry on it? I, kinda already snuck in there. Is he trying to be clever or something?
So, what is behind there, Scruffy?
Huh? A kinda garden-like garden. A garden? Yeah, anyway, it's under investigation right now, so keep out. I'm not telling you, I'm asking you, pal. You got me? Isn't this normally the other way around? Well, see you later.
So, shall we adjourn to this garden, Phoenix Wright?
Of course, what else would we do? I really want to know what Gumshoe was thinking of washing off. I never took a look at this. Inner temple. I don't know how
you're reading it, but it's illegible to me.
Actually, I can't read it either.
Feigning comprehension isn't a very good habit to make, Phoenix Wright.
She looks really happy to have finally caught me on something. Garden. New place. There's a lot of blood on whatever that is. Oh, God. February 9th, Inner Temple Garden.
There is strange feeling in the air. I wonder what it is.
Strange feeling? Forget about that. What's that strange writing on the stone lantern? What are you doing here, sir? I thought I said you can't come in here.
Don't you know, Scruffy? A Von Karma will always show up wherever there is clue. And there are plenty of clue to be found here.
But... Examine first. What the heck is that? What does that say? M-O... Upside... It's O-L-O-W? Or maybe it's M-O-F-O? Or maybe it's... O-L-O... I don't know. Uh-oh. You spotted it, huh, pal? Are you kidding me? It couldn't be more obvious. Oh, it says Maya. M-A-Y-A. Oh, it's upside down. Oh, my God.
It says Maya.
Yeah, and before you ask, it's written in blood. You will
answer all of our questions now, Scruffy, without exception.
Yes, sir. Well, first, what is that? There's a charm or something poking out from the snow. It looks pretty old. There's a leather cord tied to it, too. Apparently, this belonged to the victim.
To Miss Elise Dunim?
Yeah, there was a broken leather cord around the lady's neck. The ends of the cords found on both the victim and the charm match exactly. This means that the charm definitely belonged to Miss Dunim. This could be a really vital piece of evidence. Coraine Masters' talisman? Oh my God, she's definitely... Oh my God. Coraine Masters' talisman. It's a broom. There are a couple of torches here. I guess you need all the light you can get up here in the mountains. Yeah, I was looking at those things, pal. It looks like they've been lit pretty recently.
Recently? How recently are we talking about?
As recently as the night of the murder. Maya was training here on the night of the murder. It's not unreasonable to think these were lit at the time, I guess. Alright, let's talk. So, how's the Inner Temple investigation going? We had a best scientific forensic team in the world working in this place.
Forensic team? And what was outcome of this scientific study?
Nothing. Scientifically speaking, this place is as clean as the place is as clean as a whistle.
That is simply not good enough, Scruffy. Do you think I'll let you get away with that?
Uh-oh. Well, there were a couple of things that bothered me when I first got here, sir. That stone lantern and the surrounding area that's not covered in snow, correct? They look kind of fishy to me, you know, scientifically speaking. So I got the lab boys to look them over. The results were, it's kind of hard to say actually. I guess I better look into them myself. What, the ground? Well, this is odd. There's no snow on the ground here and it's almost perfect rectangle. It couldn't have happened naturally.
Yes, it appears as though someone has carefully cleared snow away. No doubt it was you, Scruffy.
No, it wasn't me, sir. It was already like that when my men and I got here to start the investigation. If it wasn't the police, then who did it? Oh yeah, there's something I need to tell you. Just between the three of us, okay?
What is it?
It's top secret. You can't tell anyone, got it?
Understood.
Well, when I was a kid, I got knocked out at the local wrestling contest, you see? I was so disappointed I just picked up my mouth guard and cried all the way home. Man, I got in so much trouble when I left it on the couch.
Is that it?
That's it.
Excuse me.
Whoever cleared the snow away must have had a reason, although I can't even begin to imagine what that reason could be. What's this thing down here? Maybe I can get some info. A little lantern and a little statue.
It is certainly a quaint little garden. Oh? What is this huge bowl here for?
Oh, I know this one. It's a water bowl, isn't it?
Everything else is completely frozen over, but the ice in this bowl has been broken.
That's true. I wonder if this has any impact on the case. Well, I doused my face earlier with the water in this. I was getting kind of sleepy.
Next time you're sleepy, you need only come to me, got it? Alright,
let's keep talking to Detective. About Maya? Oh, did Mr. Godot tell you yet? Yeah, we heard. He's got a search party looking out for her. But there's nowhere else she could have disappeared to on this side of Dusky Bridge. All we can do is wait for Mr. Edgeworth to get here, pal. Edgeworth? He's escorting Iris, the defendant over here.
We'll have to wait, since she is the only person who can open the door to Sacred Cavern.
Oh, I think Mr. Edgeworth wants to talk to you about something too, pal. Huh? I wonder what it is. Just don't be expecting any good news when you talk to him. When I spoke to him, Mr. Edgeworth sounded so down. Felt like I was drowning. Sounds pleasant. Maya, so these letters are written in blood? Yeah. What's worse is that it's the victim's blood. Huh? It's Miss Dunim's blood? We haven't done a detailed analysis yet, but it's looking that way, pal.
Most interesting. Phoenix Wright, I presume you know, don't you? Why Maya's name is written upside down?
You know what? That was really bothering me too. But I just came up with the answer. It's the result of my own special gumshoe investigation.
Really? Do tell.
Well, on the night of the murder, that stone lantern was upside down.
Ahem. Anyway, there is really only one logical explanation to this mystery. Miss Elise Dunim wrote these letters herself, in her own blood.
You must be joking. That's impossible. From the writing on the victim's blood and the other clues left behind, it seems pretty likely that its garden was the scene of Miss Elise Dunim's murder. At least that's our current theory on how the events took place, pal. What? So Miss Dunim was killed here? However you want to look at it, that's what people are saying now. Then, what Sister Bikini saw in the courtyard at the main temple was... Well, what was it? If it wasn't the scene of the crime, what did she see? What do you think, Miss Von Karma?
Surely a spectacle gumshoe investigation will reveal the answer, no?
But wait a sec. The bloody writing and all the other clues around here. Someone could have easily set all that up after the murder had taken place, right? Sorry, but that's not an option, pal. Why not?
How quickly you'll forget, Phoenix Wright. Ever since the incident occurred, this place has been completely inaccessible. Because Dusky Bridge was completely burned down.
I was overseeing repairs to the bridge the whole time. No one came over here before me and my men, which means no one could have planted all this stuff here, pal. 2 minutes? Yeah, something like that? I can't think of a counter-argument to that. I knew it. I should have washed away the blood off the lantern as soon as I got here. If this really was the scene of the crime, then I need to figure out exactly what it was that Bikini actually saw. Now that we have this necklace from the Crane Master Talisman that was around Elise Dunim's neck, we can start breaking her psych lock. And hopefully we can make some progress that way. Bikini, I got a bone to pick with you. Main gate. February 9th, Hazakura Temple, main gate.
It seems you have visitor.
Mr. Wright! Iris, I'm really glad to see you. Godot managed to mobilize the police by claiming a state of emergency.
Not him again.
Never mind him, we gotta hurry up and unlock the sacred cavern. I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. It's my fault someone so important to you was locked in there. Mr. Edgeworth, can we finish our conversation later? All right. Let's hurry to the inner temple then. I'll see you later, Wright. Wait, Edgeworth! I'm coming with you guys! Sorry, Wright. I can't allow you to come with us. What? I hate to be the one to break it to you, but Maya Fey is in a rather delicate position. What do you mean by a delicate position? This isn't simply a rescue operation, right? It's also an investigation. That being the case, we can't allow members of the public to interfere. Come on, Edgeworth. If anything happens, you'll be the first to know. Please. Please understand, right? But it's Mr. Wright! All that matters is that Mystic Maya is rescued, correct?
Listen to voice of reason for a change, Mr. Wright.
From now on, consider anything beyond Dusky Bridge to be off limits. We'll be going now. Excuse us.
This is no time to be standing around, Phoenix Wright. Aren't there other things that demand your attention?
She's right. Thanks for reminding me. Oh, I'm excited to break this psych lock, dude. Sister Bikini looks like she's been shrunk since the last time I saw her.
Don't be so rude, Phoenix Wright. What is wrong, sister?
My, hello you two! How are you doing?
Ah. From the sound of that sigh, I'm guessing she's still pretty down.
Iris was just here, you know. She was accompanied by that handsome crimson-clad prince.
Is she talking about Edgeworth?
It was just a courtesy call. Oh, I wasn't allowed to talk with her at all. Oh dear, it's all my fault that this has happened again. Poor Iris, she was worried about my back. Would you believe? What have I done to her?
Only what you had to do, sister. You bravely and truthfully testify about what you saw. There's no shame in that. And we'll see to it your testimony was not made in vain.
Well, I don't hear anyone else saying that.
Mr. Blue Suit doesn't seem to share your opinion, I see. Me? Oh, yes, you did great, Sister Bikini. Absolutely spectacular. You two are the only ones who've ever said that to me. I can't shake the feeling that I just became a shill to a shrew.
Do you have a problem, Mr. Phoenix Wright?
Sure, she was brave to testify so truthfully like that, but I know she's still hiding something. I guess it's time to break that psych lock of hers. Elise Dunim. Sister Bikini, the truth is becoming increasingly clear to me. I'm convinced that Miss Elise Dunim had a special significance to this temple. As to why she had a special significance, I believe it has to do with her true identity.
What on earth are you talking about? She was... Mystic Elise was an author. Just an author of picture books.
To be honest, I had my suspicions almost immediately after I met her.
Suspicions?
Yes, but I didn't have any evidence to support my theory, though. But now I do. This piece of evidence proves Miss Dunim's true identity. Miss Dunim had this charm with her at all times.
Gah, where did you?
This isn't some cheap good luck charm either.
Then, what do you think it is, Mr. Wright? What could a talisman like that possibly mean?
It's a talisman, isn't it? Interesting.
Oops!
This thing speaks volumes about who Miss Dunim really was. This talisman and one other item unequivocally prove Miss Dunim's true identity. The painting is obscured by this gravy stain at the moment. But this scroll shows the master of the Karain channeling technique. The crest at the top is a sign of that honorable title. The very same crest that adorns the talisman with the victim carried herself. This crest is reserved for the master of Karain.
Who on earth told you that nonsense? I've got no idea about what you're talking about.
The new master. Maya Fey told me.
What? You mean that acolyte is Misty Fey's
daughter? Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes. In fact, since her first daughter passed away, Maya is Misty Fey's sole successor.
Misty!
Wow, that was a nice easy one.
Mystic Elise graced us with her presence about a week ago. When she showed me the talisman with the mark on it, well, I nearly fainted. No one had seen her in 17 years. That's when she disappeared.
What is significance of this talisman, sister?
The Karain talisman? It is a symbol of the master of Karain. The bearer must carry it with them until their death.
Until their death?
So Elise Dunim really was Maya's mother, huh?
She was Misty Fey, master of Karain channeling technique.
The truth comes out at last. It looks like we're making some headway here.
Tell me, sister. After 17 years, why did she choose to show herself now?
Because something happened that called her out of hiding.
What happened?
Well...
An earthquake! Oh no! What's happening? It can't be.
Earthquake! Oh my goodness, the inner temple! This kind of tremor might...
The inner temple?
The sacred cavern in the training hall! It might very well cave in. What?
Maya!
It seems to have passed.
Well, we can't just stand here and do nothing. Let's go!
What? Where?
To the inner temple, of course. Where else? Sister Bikini, we'll finish this later, alright?
Of course, you run along now. People may have been hurt. I must get some first aid kits ready.
Come on then, Phoenix Wright. They won't bar you from entering as long as I'm with you.
Thank you. Right at that moment, I had the worst feeling in my gut. We just had an earthquake. I wonder if he's alright.
You look worried. Are you thinking about Miles Edgeworth?
Come on, let's go! We've gotta hurry to the inner temple. Right. What are you doing here? How could I have?
How could you expect us to understand if you don't speak?
Hey, why am I the one getting whipped again? Shh. She's gone. No! The defendant, Iris, she's gone.
Gone where?
She fled. She escaped.
What?
Oh, God. So, it was just now? During the... It's easy to see Edgeworth's one and only weakness, his fear of earthquakes. I should have known better than to escort the defendant alone. As soon as the ground started shaking, everything went dark before my eyes, and I stupidly passed out. That incident. It haunts you to this day, doesn't it? There's no excuse for letting the suspect get away. I can't believe I let it happen. Right, the inner temple area is a dead end, so she could only have escaped to this side.
We have not seen her.
Then we need to get a manhunt underway now, and search for Eagle Mountain from the top to bottom. Wait, Edgeworth, have you thoroughly checked the inner temple yet? Don't be ridiculous, why would I? The inner temple is like an island. There's no way to escape but to cross. No, that's not it. Iris isn't the type of person to run away, Edgeworth. What are you talking about? Sister Bikini mentioned something when we were with her. She said that the sacred cavern might have caved in because of a quake.
Then you think Iris might have gone to inner temple to check on situation?
Listen, Edgeworth, I'm sure that she's at the inner temple. A manhunt is not necessary. Right. Let's not waste any more time. We need to get to the training hall's sacred cavern now. All right, let's go. Fortunately, the sacred cavern didn't cave in, but what we found, something none of us would have ever expected. How can there be
even more looks?
What is the meaning of this? Iris. Iris, please tell me what the hell is going on. Oh my god. There's 5 locks on the cave now? Is that what the earthquake was? Those locks coming into existence? This is getting wild. This is crazy business. Oh my god.